Good morning, OPOS stars. Let's continue the 5-minute meal series with the Chole chawal. Let me chop up tomatoes. This is a classic North Indian combo where chickpeas are cooked in a spicy gravy and served over a bed of rice. So we are going to replace rice with hydrated poha because hydrated poha behaves exactly like cooked rice. And the traditional recipe is done with Kabuli chana. That Kabuli chana takes ages to cook. Desi chana takes even longer time to cook. So we are going to replace both with sprouts, which can be pressure baked over a bed of tomatoes. So we'll spice the sprouts and pressure bake them over a tomato buffer. Dilute them into a spicy gravy, pour it over the hydrated poha, and we'll extend the theme with other curries built on the same principle. Okay, so let me just add some oil. This will give you enough poha to feed 2 to 3 people. Try to complete the loading in 2 minutes if you want to complete your meal in around 5 minutes. This is chana sprouts. You can add whatever you want. I'll add some fried onions. You can make this onion free also. I'll add some garam masala. Spice it up heavily if you want to stretch it to feed more people. Some Kashmiri chili powder. The spice quantities just do not matter. You can always tweak it later. And some chole masala or garam masala, whatever you like. Some ginger garlic paste. I'll add this directly over the tomatoes. And some salt. That's it. Our layering is done. Now let me just close this and pressure bake this for 4 to 5 whistles. Dilute it and serve it over a bed of hydrated poha. This is very similar to the misal theme, where we use mixed sprouts. In this case, the spicing is different and we have used desi chana. The concept is pretty same. We are going to pair hydrated poha along with a protein source, which in this case is the sprouts. So this is around 200 grams of poha. Use medium thick poha, hydrate them, and you'll be surprised to see they resemble rice grains perfectly. No one will be able to tell the difference unless you tell them. The only possibility of a mistake here is you soak them long and the poha becomes mush. This gets hydrated in just minutes. Otherwise, this template is pretty fault tolerant. There is absolutely nothing you can do to go wrong. Let's assume you add less spice, open up and add more spice. Let's assume the chana is not cooked. You can cook it for a couple of whistles more. Let's assume that you have overspiced it. You can always dilute it. So fixing mistakes is very, very simple. The only thing you cannot fix is if you soak poha too long, it will become mush. Just ensure that does not happen. Now let's start plating it. It doesn't need too much of a garnish. To kill time, I'm going to make a garnish of some chopped onions, but actually it doesn't need any garnish at all. first whistle. Let this go for 5, 6, 7. It's really up to you. Doesn't really matter. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Good enough. Switch off. And ensure that you take the pot. I have a bit of poha. You can even mix the poha along with chole and heat it up if you like. That is how it looks. You have a pretty thickish gravy. And if you want, you can just dilute it with some water or stock to the consistency you like. And all you have to do is just spoon it over the poha. Garnish it. And your chole chawal is ready to be served. Try this out and please push your validations. In case you don't want to do a fancy plating, you can always mix the poha with the chole. This is usually served in winter, so you don't want to serve. If you don't want to serve the poha cold, you can always mix it like this and gently heat it up if you like. Mix everything together and just convert it into a very simple meal. Try this out and please post your validations. Chole chawal with hydrated poha.